Hello everybody and welcome to a Monkey Business Gaming quick guide for Black Desert Online. Now today I'm going to be talking about workers. Now they are the backbone of anything you want to do in this game that's sort of like crafting based, I guess. So these guys will go out and they'll fetch you materials, they'll process things for you for your professions. So say you're doing trading, you're doing fishing trading, they'll pack all your fish into like a big box so that you can ship multiple ones around. As you saw in like our ship video, you can employ them to make things for your ship and then eventually craft your ship, as he's doing right now. Got a couple of workers in there. And we're going to be showing you how to get the workers, because it can be a little bit confusing how they work, and also how to keep them fed and working and happy. So first things you're going to be doing is you're going to want to be picking up some worker lodgings. Now these are available in certain buildings. I believe it's these three. I've picked up 2 at the moment. You can upgrade them. So this one, it says you can hire 1 more worker. So you know, that's 1 worker can stay there. Here my lodging, I can hire 1 more worker, or if I upgrade it, which I can do for 1,000 silver coins in 10 minutes, I can hire 2 more workers. And then here I can basically purchase lodging, which is what you'd want to do. So it's going to cost you 1 contribution point, 500 silver coins, and it's going to take about 5 minutes to set up. Now I've already got all the lodging I need, but that's pretty much how you do it. And we're going to want to basically, after our lodging is finished, head on over in Velia. I mean, this is the first town where you'll pretty much be using workers. Head on over to this chap, old, what's his name? Santo Manzi. And we're going to want to click on him. And here you can contract workers now, because 5 energy to basically search for a worker. So you can see I've found a giant. Now they work a lot slower than, like, say, the little imps, but they've got much higher stamina. So I'm going to actually hire him. Now it's going to cost me 3,500 to hire him. So there we go. We're going to hire this worker. There we go. Sweet. So I should now have 3 workers. So what we're going to be doing is, down on the map there's a worker list. And you see here we've got 3 workers. Now you can see my little goblins have only got 8 stamina, but they work a hell of a lot faster than my giant. They work at double the speed, but yeah, they have half the stamina. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign some work to my worker. You can do this from any of your like little crafting buildings. So say for the shipyard for making a boat, manage crafting, I'm going to be wanting to make some logs. I want to find my giant worker, and I want to start work. But in order to do this offline, what I want to do is I want to change the quantity here. So instead of, say, only doing 1, I want to do 3 in a row. I mean, I could do the whole lot in a row. Because he's a slow worker, I'm only going to do 3. And then we're going to start work. And he is working. We're also going to want to start work on this goblin. Now, a problem you're going to run into with your workers is that they're out of stamina. You know, they've been working hard all day. They need a break. And this guy is 0 out of 8 stamina. And, well, I mean, I don't know about you, but there's only one way that I'd like to take a break from work before getting back, is with a nice cold beer. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to brew some beer for our workers to restore their stamina. Now in order to do this, we're going to need a actual house. So where should we live? If we're eyeing up maybe number 2-1, I think, as a residence. Now this is going to cost us 1 contribution point, and it's going to take no time to set up. Fantastic, we now own a house. How easy was that? So let's think about crafting our beer. So we need a house in order to craft the beer, and then we're going to need some materials, and we get these from, well, I like to think of it as a bit of an inn, tavern or pub. It's pretty much next door to our Santo Manzi worker friend. And we want to pop in here. Oh, some unloaded. Oh, there we go. They're loading in now. Haha. And we're going to want to come over to David Finto.
Do you want a story?
And he wants to sell us some things that we're going to need. And now I've got them already in my bag, but what you're going to need is you're going to need one cooking utensil, and this is the only one you'll need. It does have durability, so you will need to potentially buy new ones, but you know, for now we should be fine. And now, for beer, for one beer which restores 2 points of stamina, you're going to need 6 mineral water, and you're going to need 1 sugar, and you're going to need 2 leavening agents. So you can pick those all up here, along with your cooking utensil, and then we're going to need one more key ingredient, and this is something that you have to go out and get yourself. So I've got my trusty hoe equipped, ready to go, or you can actually set workers to go out and harvest it, which I think is really awesome. So just for like an example, this isn't what we need because I don't know where the stuff that we need is to send workers. So let's click on the Forest of Plunder, and here we can send a worker to come and gather arrow mushrooms from this node. Now, I've got no workers that are free, but yeah, you can be sending workers to these sort of little nodes that are out in the world, and depending on the distance they have to travel and, you know, how skilled your workers are, because your workers level up, they will be able to, see here, you can come and get some corn. Now, the 2 materials we need are potatoes and grain. Because I don't have so many workers yet, and all my workers are a bit busy, and, you know, stamina's quite scarce, I'm going to be spending some of my own hard-earned energy points on gathering some potatoes. And there is, a surprise appearance from Mr. Ghosty Ghost. Now, I know that I can fetch some potatoes from over here. So we're going to head over there and see what's crack-a-lackin'. Okay, so here we are. We're in a potato field. It was pretty much near where I marked, a little bit short. And potatoes will grow in here that you can harvest. Now, you can harvest them with your hands, or if you've got a hoe equipped, you're pretty much guaranteed a potato every time. Here we go. So we found some potatoes. They respawn over time in this field. And here we go. It's going to take me about 20 seconds just to use my hoe to guarantee get some potatoes. Here we go. We're working on it. And these will sort of periodically just respawn in this field. It's really close to the town, so that's why I prefer to go and get it myself. I mean, obviously when I'm rolling in the big bucks, and, you know, I don't want to be spending my action points on going to get bloody potatoes, I can send out workers. So there we go. My giant might be a good one to send out to get potatoes, because he has a load of stamina points, but he's quite slow, so I can basically send him out overnight to go and get loads of potatoes, and then brew some beer in the morning to feed my workers. So you're going to need 5 potatoes per beer. I've got 14, so I am rolling in the potatoes. So now we're going to head back to town and cook ourselves some beer. And one thing I forgot to add was how to actually farm from a node. So you see they're all scattered around all over here, here, and here. Now you've got to make sure that if your workers want to get to a node, say down here, you've got to activate the nodes that come with it. So you've got to basically make like a train. So bomb, like there's probably one around here, so it's probably boom, 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 down to here. Oops. And then like down to here. So you basically make like a chain so that your workers can get there. Especially if you want to be like moving workers between cities, you need to create a chain to move them through. So we've got a chain from Velia, where most of our workers are, to this farm here. Because we'll be needing potatoes to make beer, we come over to the node manager, we interact with her, and we go to node management, and I've already done it, but up here there will be a contribute to the node. So actually, if we click on this one, it'll be there. Contribution invest. So if you haven't invested in it, it'll be up here, and you just click on that. I think it costs 2 contribution points for this one. And once you've done that, this will turn like a red colour, and then that means that you can click on these 2 things here. So if I come over to these and I click on this, that'll say, you know, contribute points. And I do that, and then I can assign workers, as I've got now, a goblin worker, to potato farming. And here, you know, I could get some chicken meat if I wanted to do some chicken cooking. There's nodes all over the world, and this basically then automates your gathering, so I don't even need to spend action points on gathering potatoes. Okay, so we are in our house now, and we are going to want to lay down our cooking utensil. So we're going to want to go into place mode, so you can press T, or you can click up here on place mode. And now we've got some, oh god, that's bright, isn't it? We've got some kind of Sims-like, you know, put your stuff up. We've got some stuff that we can use here for interior points. I don't think I have any interior points. I don't know how you get those, or indeed what they are. Okay, so I'm going to want to place this down. Maybe here. And then you can rotate it. But, you know, I'm pretty happy with where it is. I'll drop that there. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to exit place mode. And then we're going to head over to our little cooking pad. And here we're going to learn how to brew some beer. Now, the cool thing about this, you know, these kind of, well, this game is that it's all knowledge-based. So you don't actually know really how to make anything. It's all guesswork, which I think is fantastic. You can do that for any profession in the processing menu. But fortunately, I know that it's going to take 2 of these, 1 of these. It's cool animation going into the pot. 6 of these. And 5 of these. Here we go. It's cooking up a storm. What are we going to get? I hope it's beer, because if it's not beer, I've really balls this up. And oh, we're having a taste test. We have crafted some beer. Fantastic. So now we're going to want to use this on our workers. So we're going to press M, and down here, our worker list. And so we're going to be looking at our skilled goblin worker down here. He, you know, he's got no stamina left. He's cream crackered. He's had a hard day's work. What better than to give him some beers? So we're going to shift right mouse button, and we're going to give him both beers. So now he's got 4 out of 8 stamina left, which means I can put him straight back to work on our raft. Here we go. Put him back on. Now we're going to give him 4. Start work. There we go. And look, he's going to work already. He's off. He's come out the pub. He's had a few. He's ready to go back to work. Excellent. Right, so that's pretty much the basics of workers. You can get them to do building for you, crafting for you. They can pack things into like trade boxes if you do fishing. They're invaluable, really. And yeah, they're going to be an essential part of your Black Desert Online experience. So hopefully you learn a little bit about how workers work, and we will see you soon.